As soon as I pushed open the door, I saw my daughter Xinhua standing in the entryway, her face flushed. Daddy, she hesitated, shuffling over to me. I wanted to ask you something. I set down my briefcase and asked gently, what is it? Xinhua's face grew even redder. Well, do you think people who practice yoga, does it hurt when they exert themselves so much? It took me a moment to register. What do you mean? Well, teacher Wang from next door and Mom, they were doing partner yoga. I heard Mom panting the whole time and crying out really loudly. Xinhua lowered her head as she spoke. She sounded like she was really struggling. My hand froze midair. What did you say? What partner yoga? It was this afternoon when I got back from school. I heard Mom and teacher Wang practicing yoga upstairs. Xinhua said innocently. Mom sounded like she was in a lot of pain. She kept crying out. But when I knocked on the door, they went quiet. My mind reeled. Did your mom say anything? I asked, struggling to keep my voice steady. Mom said she and teacher Wang were working on some new yoga poses and told me not to disturb them. Xinhua tilted her head. Daddy, you look really pale. Are you all right? I took a deep breath, forcing a smile. I'm fine. Why don't you go to your room and start your homework? Watching my daughter head upstairs, I collapsed on the sofa, a chill running through me. My wife, Yang Qing, is a yoga instructor. She runs a small yoga studio in our community. 3 months ago, a larger yoga studio opened next door. The owner, Wang Mingyu, is young and handsome, supposedly having studied abroad. I know nothing about yoga, but I know damn well what kind of poses could make someone make sound like that. My phone vibrated in my pocket. A message from Yang Qing. Honey, I have to go to yoga workshop tonight. Might be back late. Huh, a yoga workshop. I got on my feet and walked slowly upstairs. The master bedroom door was slightly ajar. A faint, lingering scent of men's cologne hung in the air. I went inside. The sheets were slightly rumpled, a pillow askew. Yang Qing had left in a hurry, not even taking the time to straighten the bed. I pulled open the closet. Her yoga outfits were hanging neatly. The one she'd worn today clearly hadn't been put back yet. My phone vibrated again. This time, a message from Xinhua. Daddy, there's something in my homework I don't understand. Can you come help me? I took another deep breath and replied, Okay, Daddy's coming right now. At 11 o'clock that night, Yang Qing finally came home. She pushed the door open quietly. Seeing me still sitting in the living room, she clearly hesitated. You're still awake. Waiting for you, I said calmly. Oh, the workshop ran a little long, she explained, her tone lacking conviction. I stood up. How'd it go? Learn any new positions from teacher Wang? Her face instantly turned deathly pale. What do you mean by that? Nothing, I said coldly. Just heard you and teacher Wang were practicing partner yoga very intensely this afternoon. Thought I'd ask how it felt. Who told you that? She asked, flustered. Does it matter? I took a step closer. What matters is exerting yourselves like that. Did it hurt? She suddenly dropped to her knees. Honey, please, let me explain. Explain what? That the positions you were practicing required making those kinds of sounds. My voice trembled. Or explain why the sheets were in such a mess. No. She covered her face, crying. I know I was wrong. Please forgive me. Forgive you, I scoffed. Do you have any idea who discovered your little affair? Xinhua, our daughter, and she still innocently thinks you were actually practicing yoga. Yang Qing's body began to shake violently. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really know I was wrong. And being wrong makes it okay. I stared hard at her. When you were sneaking around behind my back, did you think about our family? About our daughter? About the 15 years I've given you? She lunged forward, grabbing my legs. I wasn't thinking straight. It was a moment of madness. Please, just give me one more chance. I shook her off. Just go back to the room. I don't want to look at you right now. She remained kneeling on the floor, sobbing uncontrollably. I turned and went upstairs. Passing Xinhua's room, I heard her soft snores. I stood in the doorway watching her for a long time, my heart aching as if pierced by a knife. Back in the study, I sank into my chair, feeling completely drained, as if all strength had been sucked out of me. 15 years of marriage, destroyed in an instant. I thought we would grow old together. I never imagined this would be the outcome. The moonlight outside the window was pale and stark, casting a bone-chilling cold across my face. Dad, what's wrong with your eyes? Xinu asked with concern the moment she saw me this morning. I rubbed my bloodshot eyes. It's nothing. I worked too late last night. Yang Qing stood at the kitchen doorway, looking like she wanted to say something but hesitated. I didn't even glance at her. I'll take you to school today, I told Xinu. No need, Dad. I can just take the school bus. Let Dad take you, I insisted. Truthfully, I didn't want XINU to face Yangqing alone. I was afraid of what she might say. After dropping XINU off at school, I didn't go straight to the office but drove to a private detective agency. Since Yangqing dared to betray me, this surely wasn't the first time. I wanted to investigate all her disgraceful affairs thoroughly. This Wang Mingyu you mentioned, we'll focus on him, the detective said. Rest assured, we will definitely provide you with a detailed investigation report. Coming out of the detective agency, I checked my phone and found several messages from Yangqing. Honey, I'm sorry. I really know I was wrong. Please give me another chance. I swear it will never happen again. I deleted all the messages with a cold sneer. At the office, I forced myself to concentrate on work. I'm the sales director of a foreign trade company, with several important projects currently under negotiation. But every time I tried to focus, images of Yangqing and Wang Mingyu would flash through my mind. My assistant, Xiao Wang, knocked and came in. Mr. Zhang, are you all right? You look quite pale. I'm fine. I rubbed my temples. Make me a cup of coffee. Returning home after work, Yangqing was cooking. Seeing me enter, she quickly came forward. Honey. I went straight upstairs and shut myself in the study. After a while, she called softly from outside the door, dinner's ready. I'm not hungry, I said coldly. In the evening, I overheard XINU ask Yangqing, Mommy, did you and Daddy have a fight? And no, Yangqing said flusteredly. Your dad's just been very busy with work lately. I turned on my computer and started searching online for information about Wang Mingyu. This man had suddenly appeared in our community 3 months ago and opened a high-end yoga studio. He claimed to be a yoga master returned from studying in the United States and quickly attracted a group of female students. But his background seemed questionable upon closer inspection. I couldn't find any information about his studies abroad, and the photos on his social media were all posted within the last 3 months. What was this man's real story? I then opened Yangqing's social media account. Her recent posts were all yoga photos, many of them taken with Wang Mingyu. In the photos, she was smiling so brightly, her eyes filled with adoration. Yet at home, she had long been cold and dismissive towards me. I suddenly remembered that 6 months ago, Yangqing had started showing clear resistance towards me. Every time I tried to be intimate, she would find excuses to push me away. So, her heart hadn't been with me since then. I took a day off and sat in a coffee shop across from Wang Mingyu's yoga studio all day. I saw Yangqing go into the studio early in the morning and only come out in the afternoon. During this time, the studio displayed a class in session sign, but I didn't see any other students going in or out at all. Towards evening, the private detective sent me the first investigation report. Wang Mingyu, original name Wang Chong, moved here from out of town 3 months ago. No record of studying abroad. His yoga instructor certification is also suspected to be fake. Before this, he opened yoga studios in several cities, always operating as high-end clubs targeting wealthy female clients. According to the investigation, he had improper relationships with female students in each city, then suddenly disappeared, only to resurface and start over in the next city. My hands clenched into tight fists. This man was nothing but a con artist, a predator using yoga to deceive respectable women. And Yangqing had fallen right in his trap so easily. But I wouldn't blow up just yet. I would make them pay the price. I would make them regret it profoundly. I would turn this revenge into the nightmare of their lives. Returning home that evening, Yangqing was waiting for me at the door again. Seeing me return, she immediately came closer. Honey, where were you today? The office said you took the day off. Tired from work? Just went for a walk, I said calmly. She bit her lip. Well, are you hungry? I made soup for you. No need. I walked past her towards the stairs. I want to be alone for a while. She called after me. Honey, please forgive me, won't you? I really know I was wrong. I can explain. I stopped and turned around. Fine. Then tell me, what exactly is going on between you and Wang Mingyu? She froze, stammering, unable to speak. I sneered. You don't even dare to tell the truth, so what's there to explain? She lunged forward and grabbed my legs. I was momentarily confused. He said he could teach me advanced yoga techniques. And then you just gave yourself to him? I shook her off. Have you no self-respect? She knelt on the floor, sobbing bitterly. I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. Hit me, curse me, do whatever you want. Please forgive me. No rush. I looked down at her condescendingly. We'll take our time. These words made her tremble all over. She looked up at me, her eyes filled with terror. She seemed to have sensed something in my tone. Yes, you'd better be afraid. I thought to myself, this is just the beginning. I went upstairs to see XINU. She was in her room, doing homework. Seeing me come in, she said happily. Daddy, are you here to help me with my math? I patted her head. Yes, Daddy will help you. Looking at my daughter's innocent smile, my heart ached even more. She didn't know the shameful thing her mother had done, didn't know this family was about to fall apart. But I had no other choice. I couldn't continue to tolerate Yang Qing's betrayal, nor could I let my daughter live in a deceitful environment. Late at night, when all was quiet, I sat in the study and began writing a letter. This letter detailed Yang Qing's affair and Wang Mingyu's true identity. I would send this letter to the community's homeowner association, letting everyone know about their shameful deeds. I wanted to ruin their reputations completely. The next morning, I deliberately went to the office half an hour later than usual. Sure enough, during that time, I saw Wang Mingyu slip into my apartment building's hallway. I took out my phone and silently recorded the scene. It seemed Yang Qing couldn't hold back any longer and was eager to seek help from her lover. Very well, let them have their little celebration for now. I drove to the office. On the way, I received a call from the private detective. Mr. Zhang, we found an important lead. Wang Mingyu is suspected of fraud in the previous city he was in. A police report has already been filed against him. He absconded with hundreds of thousands of yuan from a female student. Excellent, I said. Help me contact that victim. I would put an end to Wang Mingyu's good days here, and let Yang Qing know just what kind of creature she had gotten involved with. In the morning, I stood before the mirror, carefully adjusting my tie. I had an important client meeting today. I had to be sharp. Yang Qing called from downstairs. Honey, breakfast is ready. I walked down. On the dining table were my favorite fried eggs and sandwiches. Xingyue was already sitting there, eating with relish. Daddy, Mommy's cooking is delicious today. I gave a faint smile. Is that so? Yang Qing looked at me apprehensively. Will you try some? I sat down and slowly, deliberately cut into the fried egg. The yolk flowed out golden and tempting. I knew she was trying to compensate, to curry favor with me. Unfortunately, it was too late. For the past 2 days, she had been constantly telling Xingyue, Daddy is too busy with work, so his temper isn't great. Try to be more understanding of Daddy. She certainly knew how to shift the blame. By the way, I spoke suddenly, why don't we go out for dinner tonight, the three of us? Yang Qing paused for a moment. Oh, okay. Daddy, where are we going? Xingyue asked excitedly. Let's go to that place where we had our first date. I looked at Yang Qing. Remember? 16 years ago, that Jiangzhi restaurant right by the community entrance. Yang Qing's hand trembled noticeably. I remember. Back then, you said their sweet and sour pork ribs are the best you'd ever had. I continued. On our first date, you ate 2 servings. Xingyue looked at her mother in surprise. Mommy could eat that much. Well, she was young then, I said with a smile. Your mother said that when looking for a partner, you must find someone willing to eat the things you love with you. I thought right then, this girl is so lovely. I must treat her well in the future. Yang Qing lowered her head, tears splashing onto the table. Mommy, why are you crying? Xingyue asked worriedly. It's nothing, just thinking about the past, feeling a bit emotional. Yang Qing wiped her tears. I watched her performance coolly. You feel emotional now? When you were writhing beneath Wang Mingyu, why didn't you think about these things? In the evening, I got off work on time to pick them up. Yang Qing had deliberately put on light makeup and wore a pale pink dress. It was the style she loved most when we used to date. When we arrived at the restaurant, we sat in the same spot as all those years ago. I specifically ordered 2 servings of the sweet and sour pork ribs. Here, try it. See if the taste has changed. I pushed 1 serving towards Yang Qing. She picked up a piece, her eyes reddening again. It's still the same taste. Yes, 16 years, and the taste of this place hasn't changed a bit, I said. But people's hearts can change. Her chopsticks trembled, and a piece of pork rib fell onto the table. Mommy, you're so careless, Xingyue said. It's all right, I'll clean it up. I picked up a napkin and wiped the table for her. Don't worry, if it gets dirty, Daddy will clean it. Yang Qing's tears fell again. After dinner, I suggested a walk along the river. Strolling through the riverside park, Xingyue ran ahead while Yang Qing and I walked slowly behind. Honey, she called softly. Today? What about today? I asked. You've been so nice to me today. Have you forgiven me? I stopped walking. What do you think? She grabbed my hand. I know I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. I swear it will never happen again. I shook her hand off. Bringing you here was to make you remember the feelings we once had, and also to make you remember that you destroyed it all with your own hands. She trembled all over. No, it wasn't like that. I didn't mean to. Didn't mean to? I sneered. Then were you forced? Did Wang Mingyu force you to sleep with him? Don't say any more. Please don't say any more. She covered her ears. Xinyu must be getting tired from running. Let's go back. I turned and walked away. On the way home, Yang Qing sobbed continuously. Xinyu asked worriedly, Mommy, are you not feeling well? It's nothing. Maybe I caught a chill from the wind tonight. She forced a smile. After we got home, Xinyu went to take a shower. Yang Qing stood at the door of my room. Honey, can I come in? No need, I said. You should think carefully about what happened today. By the way, I've already looked into Wang Mingyu's background. Do you know what kind of person he is? She shuddered violently. What? What do you mean? Just wait and see, I said coldly. You'll find out soon enough. The next morning, I routinely went across the street from Wang Mingyu's yoga studio and sat down. Sure enough, before long, Yang Qing arrived. She wore a white yoga outfit today, looking particularly pitiful. After a while, I saw Wang Mingyu open the studio door and let Yang Qing in. After she entered, Wang Mingyu glanced around before following her inside, making sure to hang up the course in progress sign. Truly a pair of adulterous dogs. Just then, an email from the private investigator arrived. He had compiled Wang Mingyu's criminal records from other cities, along with contact information for his victims. The most tragic case was a woman named Lin Yu, whom he had scammed out of her down payment money and also blackmailed with indecent photos he had taken. I immediately called Lin Yu. Hello, this is Zhang Jingguo. I'd like to talk to you about Wang Mingyu. There was silence on the other end for a moment. Are you also a victim? No, I said, but my wife was deceived by him. I'd like to ask for your help. What kind of help? Would you be willing to testify in court? I'm preparing to sue him. Lin Yu was silent for a long time. Okay, I agree. That scum must be punished. After hanging up, I opened my computer and started writing a report letter. I wanted to expose Wang Mingyu's true identity, to let everyone know what kind of person he was. Around noon, Yang Qing came back. Her face was pale, her eyes red and swollen. She had clearly been crying. Wang Mingyu must have said something to her. Honey, she stood at the study door. Did you go see Teacher Wang? What? Did he complain to you? I asked without looking up. He said you threatened him. I just let him know what kind of trash he is. I looked up. Are you that fond of him? You didn't even know he was a scammer. No, that's not it, she hurriedly explained. I just thought he was very good at teaching yoga. Yes, I sneered. He is indeed very good. Do you know what he's done in other cities? I told her about Lin Yu. After hearing it, her face turned deathly white. Impossible. That's impossible. Don't believe it? Just wait and see, I said. You'll know the truth soon enough. She leaned against the doorframe, seemingly unsteady. Honey, please don't. Don't what? Don't expose his true face. I stood up. Are you feeling sorry for him? No, I'm afraid. Afraid it will affect our family. Now you know how to think about the family? I sneered. Why didn't you think about this when you were having an affair? She threw herself forward, hugging my legs. Please, give me one more chance. I'll never see him again. I pushed her away forcefully. It's too late. A week later, I finally had all the evidence. The private investigator had photos of their rendezvous, documented Wang Mingyu's fraud records, and even uncovered his prior criminal history. It turned out this man had served time for fraud, changed his name upon release, and specifically used yoga to swindle women. I prepared all the materials and sent Yang Qing a message. Come to the yoga studio at 7 tonight. We need to talk. She quickly replied, okay. I deliberately arrived at the yoga studio half an hour early. Wang Mingyu was packing up, ready to leave work. Seeing me enter, his face changed drastically. What are you doing here? Here to chat with you, I said with a smile. Teacher Wang. No, perhaps I should call you Wang Chong? His expression darkened further. What do you mean? Why pretend? I tossed a stack of documents in front of him. See for yourself. He opened a file, his face growing increasingly grim as he read. What do you want? Just then, Yang Qing pushed the door open. Seeing the two of us, she froze. What's going on? Perfect timing, I said. Let me show you just what kind of creature you've gotten involved with. I handed her the file. Read it yourself. Yang Qing flipped through the documents, her face turning paler and paler. When she finally saw the photos, her legs gave way, and she collapsed onto the floor. This can't be possible. Impossible. I scoffed. Did you really think he was some yoga master? He's a habitual offender, scum who preys specifically on women. You're lying. Wang Mingyu suddenly shouted. Yang Qing, don't believe him. I genuinely love you. Genuinely? I laughed. Then tell her how you swindled Lin Yu in the last city. Tell her. Weren't you locked up in prison before? Wang Mingyu's face went white. Don't you slander me. Slander? I took out my phone. Shall I call Lin Yu right now to confront you face to face? She's quite eager to see you, you know. Yang Qing looked at Wang Mingyu, then back at me. Honey, is all this true? Of course it's true, I said. You've been deceived, Yang Qing. Was it worth destroying our family for scum like this? She threw herself at my legs, clinging to me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I truly know I was wrong. Let go, I said coldly, then pulled a document from my bag. Look at this. She took the document with trembling hands. When she saw what it was, she completely broke down. No. Don't. Please don't divorce me. Why not? I sneered. Do you think I could possibly forgive you? I was wrong. I truly know I was wrong. She sobbed uncontrollably. Please give me one more chance. I'll listen to whatever you say. Wang Mingyu suddenly interjected. Yang Qing, don't beg him. Isn't it good to be with me? I'll treat you well. I turned to look at him, still putting on this act of deep affection. Shall I call all your other women from other cities? Let them judge who you treat best. Wang Mingyu's face changed dramatically. You're slandering me. Am I? I held up my phone. Should I play the recording? Let's hear what you said to Linyu on the phone. How you told her you loved her most and would never leave her. He shot up, looking like he was about to hit me. I looked at him coldly. You dare try? Believe it or not, I'll call the police right now. Want to go back inside for a few more years. His hand froze midair, then dropped limply. What exactly do you want? Simple, I said. Get out of this city and never let me see you again. Otherwise, I'll send all the evidence of your crimes straight to the police station. He gritted his teeth. What? Unwilling? I sneered. Then I'll make the call right now. No need. He lowered his head. I'll leave now. Yang Qing looked at him. You're really leaving? You tramp, he suddenly roared at Yang Qing. Did you really think I loved you? I was just playing with you. Take a look at yourself. How old are you? Did you really think you were some kind of treasure? Yang Qing looked as if struck by lightning, collapsing limply onto the floor again. Get lost, I said. Within 3 days, I want you gone. Otherwise, you know the consequences. Wang Mingyu left, grinding his teeth. Now it was just Yang Qing and me. She knelt on the floor, crying incessantly. Honey, please forgive me. I really know I was wrong. I threw the divorce agreement in front of her. Sign it. No, don't. She shook her head. Please give me one more chance. I'll listen to whatever you say. Listen to me? I sneered. Then why didn't you listen to me earlier? Why wait until now? I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. She crawled over and hugged my legs. Please, for Xinyue's sake. Don't mention Xinyue. I shook her off. What right do you have to mention her? Do you have any idea what she thinks of you now? You've cast a shadow over her entire childhood. She slumped to the floor. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sign it, I said. Otherwise, I'll publicize your disgusting affair. Let everyone know what kind of person you are. She trembled all over. Don't. Please don't. Then sign. Trembling, she picked up the pen, tears dripping onto the agreement. Can you give me one more chance? Impossible, I said coldly. Never. She finally signed her name on the agreement. Good. I took the agreement. From now on, we are strangers. No, don't. She lunged, grabbing onto me. Please don't be like this. I really can't live without you. I forcefully pushed her away. Save your tears. They're useless on me now. With that, I turned and left the yoga studio. Behind me came her cries and screams. Honey, please come back. Please forgive me. I walked away without looking back. I only told a few close friends about the divorce. But the news spread like wildfire anyway, quickly circulating throughout the entire community. Especially after Wang Mingyu abruptly closed his business and vanished into thin air, the rumors intensified. I heard teacher Wang and Coach Yang were having an affair, and her husband found out. I knew it. They were always so close. Poor Coach Yang. She was deceived so badly. Serves her right. That's what happens when you seduce someone else's husband. Yang Qing's yoga studio gradually lost business. Those students who had once flocked to her now avoided her on sight. A week later, she sent me a WeChat message. Honey, my yoga studio can't hold on anymore. I blocked her directly. She intercepted me at the entrance of the residential complex. She was noticeably more haggard, her eyes puffy, her face pale. Please help me, she said, crying. I really don't know what to do. What does it have to do with me? I said coldly. Aren't you so capable? Aren't you so resourceful? Why are you begging for help now? I know I was wrong. She grabbed my arm. Please help me, okay? I'll listen to whatever you say. I shook her off. You'll listen to me now? What were you doing earlier? Please. She knelt on the ground. I'm truly at the end of my rope. That serves you right, I said. You have to take responsibility for your choices. With that, I turned and walked away. Behind me came her weeping cries. Honey, please come back. I really know I was wrong. When I got home, Xinyu asked me, Dad, why isn't Mom living at home anymore? Because we got divorced. I told her the truth directly. Your mother did something to wrong us. Is it because of Uncle Wang? Xinyu asked, her head lowered. You know already? MHM. I heard the neighbors talking. Tears fell from her eyes. Why did Mom do that? I held her close. Don't cry, Dad is here. The next day, the private investigator sent me a message, saying he'd found Wang Mingyu had opened another yoga studio in a different city and was posting recruitment ads online, specifically looking for female instructors. I immediately called the local newspaper there and sent them all his information. Soon, the local media reported the true colors of this yoga master. Wang Mingyu's yoga studio was forced to close before it even opened. His social media accounts were also doxxed, and all his past scandals were dug up. After seeing the news, Yang Qing sent me a voice message. Please let him go. He's suffered enough. I replied with a cold laugh. Still feeling sorry for him? Looks like the love runs deep. She hastily explained. No, I just feel. Feel what? That I'm too harsh. I cut her off. Do you have any idea how many people he's harmed? Did you think he really loved you? You were just another one of his prey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She started crying again. I know I was wrong. You know you were wrong? Too late. I said, this is just the beginning. Don't you two love to play games? Then let's keep playing. After hanging up, I opened my computer and started writing a report. This time, I was going to expose Yang Qing's scandal too. Let everyone know what kind of woman she really was. The next day, a post appeared on the community forum, Expose, the double life of a well-known yoga instructor. The post detailed her illicit affair with Wang Mingyu, complete with photos of their secret meetings. Although the photos were mostly from behind or blurry side profiles, anyone discerning could tell who they were. The post immediately caused a sensation. Oh my God, I never thought she was that kind of person. And I used to idolize her. How dare someone like her teach yoga? Serves her right, her husband divorced her. Soon, the post spread to Yang Qing's original circle of friends. Those who once called her sister now avoided her like the plague. Her yoga studio completely went bust. That evening, Xinyu was crying in her room. Dad, why is everyone saying bad things about Mom? My heart ached as I held her. Don't look at that stuff. Just remember, Dad will always love you. That's enough. Early the next morning, Yang Qing came to intercept me again. This time she looked even more haggard, her face deathly pale, and she had lost a lot of weight. Please, she knelt before me. Help me get the post taken down. I really can't take it anymore. Can't take it? I sneered. Why didn't you say you couldn't take it when you were fooling around with Wang Mingyu? I was wrong. I truly know I was wrong. She hugged my legs, weeping bitterly. Please forgive me. I'll listen to whatever you say. I forcefully pushed her away. Let go. You acting like this only disgusts me more. Honey, she cried out the name she used to call me. Do you remember our past feelings? Please, for the sake of those years. Shut up. I roared. What right do you have to bring up the past? You personally destroyed those memories. You betrayed our relationship for a liar, and now you come here playing the victim. She curled up on the ground, sobbing uncontrollably. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If sorry was useful, what would we need the police for? I said coldly. This is your retribution. You have to pay the price for your choices. With that, I turned and walked away. Behind me came her wails. Please come back. Please give me a chance. All of this was witnessed by the neighbors. The next day, someone else posted on the forum, well-known yoga instructor begs ex-husband for forgiveness in the street. The post read, this unfaithful woman has finally paid the price for her actions, but she seems unrepentant, still trying to gain sympathy with tears. The comment section was filled with mockery. Serves her right. Women like her are just shameless. Seeing her like this now is truly satisfying. Support Mr. Zhang. Put this shameless woman in her place. Yang Qing's life completely collapsed. Her yoga studio closed down for good, and students demanded refunds. She had to sell off her belongings to pay them back. She couldn't afford the rent on her apartment anymore, and had to move to a remote, rundown neighborhood. What broke her even more was that Xinyu refused to see her. Dad, am I heartless? Xinyu suddenly asked me one night. I don't want to see Mom. I stroke her head. It's not your fault. She chose to leave this family herself. The last time Yang Qing came to see me was on a rainy day. Soaked to the skin, she stood downstairs from my apartment building. Seeing me return from work, she immediately ran over. Please let me see Xinyu. She doesn't want to see you, I said. I know it's my fault, she said, crying, but she's my daughter after all. Please. You remember she's your daughter now? I sneered. Why didn't you think of her when you were cheating? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She knelt in the rain. Please give me a chance. Let me make amends. There are no more chances, I said. Never again. Just go. She collapsed onto the ground, letting the rain soak her completely. Please, just one more chance. I didn't even look back at her as I walked straight into the building entrance. The turning point came late one night. I was just about to sleep when the phone rang. It was the police. Is this Mr. Zhang Jingguo? Yes, it is. Wang Mingyu is dead, the officer said. He was stabbed to death with a fruit knife. The perpetrator is your ex-wife, Yang Qing. I was stunned. What? Yang Qing has already confessed, the officer continued. She said she did it. When I arrived at the police station, Yang Qing was being interrogated. She appeared unusually calm, as if she had done something utterly ordinary. Why did you kill him? The police asked. He destroyed everything I had, she replied calmly. My family, my job, my reputation, all because of him. Then why act now? Because I found out he was deceiving someone else again, she said. He was in another city, deceiving another woman. Like me, she had a family, children. I couldn't let the tragedy repeat itself. The police asked if I wanted to see her. I shook my head. There's no need. As I turned to leave the station, I heard her voice behind me. Husband. I didn't turn back. The news spread quickly. Renowned yoga instructor murders former lover, claims prevention of further tragedy. Reactions in the comments varied widely. Such a tragic end. She finally came to her senses, but it's too late. This is the price of infidelity. Serve them right. Both of them deserve to die. After seeing the news, Xinyu cried in her room all day. Dad, Mom. Will she be in prison for a long time? I held her. Don't dwell on it. Let's just focus on living our lives. The next day, Yang Qing had the police deliver a letter to me. Husband, I'm sorry. I know you will never forgive me, but I still wanted to say I'm sorry. This is all my fault. I was possessed, bewitched by that devil. By the time I came to my senses, it was too late. I killed him not for revenge, but because I didn't want more families to suffer misfortune. This was the only amends I could make. Please take good care of Xinyu. Tell her for me, I'm sorry. Farewell, forever. I tore the letter to shreds and threw it in the trash. A month later, the court convened. Yang Qing was sentenced to 15 years. Her final statement in court was, I don't regret killing him. What I regret is betraying my family. After the hearing, she was escorted to a prison van. As she passed by me, she whispered, take care. I ignored her. That night, I stood alone on the balcony, smoking, gazing at the stars in the night sky. I suddenly remembered many years ago when we used to stand side by side, looking at the stars just like this. Back then, she leaned on my shoulder and said, Husband, we'll be together forever, won't we? I smiled and replied, Of course, until we're too old to walk. Alas, those vows ultimately vanished like bubbles. I took Xinyu to see a therapist. This whole affair had hit her too hard. I had to help her emerge from its shadow. Dad, she asked me as we left the therapist's office, do you hate Mom? I was silent for a long time before answering. I don't hate her. I just will never forgive her. Will we be able to see her again someday? By the time she gets out, you'll be grown up, I said. When that time comes, whether you want to see her or not will be your decision. Half a year later, I saw a news item in the paper. Yang Qing had strangled herself in prison. Reportedly, it was because she couldn't bear the mockery and bullying from other inmates. She had fashioned a rope from bedsheets and quietly ended her life late at night. When the guards found her, they discovered a note under her pillow. I'm sorry, my love, my daughter. I am, after all, a coward, lacking even the courage to atone. Reading this news, I felt nothing. Returning home that evening, Xinyu saw me packing up Yang Qing's belongings. Dad, she asked, aren't you sad at all? I stopped what I was doing. Some things, once they happen, can never be undone. There's no going back. Then what do we do now? Look forward, I said. We still have a long road ahead of us. The next day, I packed up all of Yang Qing's belongings and threw them out. This chapter, it was time for it to end.